And then the payoff would come, and he'd go, "So you're gonna work for free for an internship for your school?" "Yeah, I'd like to do that. I know that you guys do that sometimes." Where do you live? You know, and he wanted to know because it was a work in, and then he said, "So what's your name?" "Oh, my name is Bob." "Yeah, Bob. Babooey." And he goes, Bababooey. and then we thought, that's it. You pushed him to the brink.
He'd go from rage to resign,
like,
back to rage.
just like a baseball team owner, like these guys, they're fucked.
That's the one, because I remember, yeah, they played like 5, there was like 5 or 10 of them, just like in a long string.
This is something that nobody would know, because what made him the craziest about it is because I fucked with him doing things that didn't mean anything, that nobody else was in on. One day, he sent me an email, and he accidentally, and everybody's done this a million times, he switched the M and the A on the word make. So it said Amki. And I wrote back, every time I wrote back to him, I put that in there and told Howard, and we laughed, and he'd get so mad because it had nothing to do with the show. And it wasn't getting laughs on the show, it wasn't entertaining on the show. I'm like, yes, it is, to us.
To us.
And he looked like an ape. And Gary could never get time with Howard. It was his job to produce the show, but Howard would run out after the show. He could not get FaceTime with him to book a guest or to talk about a sponsor. So finally, when we went to a commercial break, I'd be sitting there and I'd be sitting there, and Gary'd finally have his attention. And he'd be trying to tell Howard something, and just loud enough that Howard could hear, and not Gary. Like the movie Mighty Joe Young, the way you soothed the ape was to play the song Beautiful Dreamer. And Gary's trying to talk to Howard, I'm going, and Howard's like, "What'd you say? I'm talking to Howard. And then
he broke the chains.
He'd be talking to him, right? He'd be talking to Howard, I'd be like, "Climb, Joe."
Oh, wow.
The ape going up to save the orphanage, the ape going up the tree. "Climb, Joe." "Will you stop? I'm talking to you. Stop, buddy. No, this is not something the crowd let. What is in there? This?" Oh, man.
We each have an impression of how he talked. I would just say nothing. I mean, I would just sort of say stuff, but I'd keep it inside my mouth, like, really fucking suck. And you know what? Here's what I love about him. I have to say this, that Fred was super, super talented, and Fred was also a gentleman. Gary was he was a gentleman. You know, there was nothing thuggish about him.
No,
he was really smart. People thought he was like some kind of guy that fell off a turnip truck the other day. He was really smart, and somebody would ask me about you. It's like, is he really like the drunk at the end of the bar with the seltzer bottle and the big shoes and the beep horn and the nose?
Yes.
And I said, in a way.